Good morning and welcome to our Key Stage 2 jumping lesson. As always, we're going to give you a couple of minutes to get in and get ready and get all your equipment you need. So today's all going to be around jumping and moving on from the Key Stage 1-1 on Monday. We're going to look to develop some of those jumping skills in a much more sport-based manner. So it's all going to be around how we put those jumping activities into sport. So very much in Key Stage 1 we looked around a technique and around different types of jump. Today is about how we put that jump into a sport context. And if you see the picture that I posted yesterday on our Facebook and Twitter pages, there was lots of different jumping. We had a guy dunking a basketball, because basketball players tend to like to jump very high, not me. Volleyball player spiking a ball. We had a goal, someone heading a ball, and then we had a netball player jumping to catch the ball. So jumping is a really vital part of all sport, and being able to do that in a dynamic way is really, really important. So today we've got Adam with us again.
Hi guys.
We're working Adam hard. He's not having any rest, and we've got Riley with us today because we are going to do some little bits that we can't be socially distant. So Riley's going to help out again today. What we need today is a balloon or a softball, something that you can have a little bit of time in mid-air with, so something not too heavy, and something you could strike. So we're going to do some striking of this. We need something to jump and tag. So I've either got, all I've done, I don't know if you can see that, I've just taped a piece of blue paper onto a wooden sword actually. And the last thing is, we've got something to jump over. So you can jump over the sword. I've just found this in our garage, but it could be anything that a child could jump over. So I was going to use the sword. And that's all you need today. The warm-up's going to be really, really simple. We're going to get you active. We do feel a bit further away from the camera, so let us know if you can't quite hear us, because we need the extra height in the space, because Mr. Morris can jump really high. So we need to be able to get the height in for the camera. So we're going to start our warm-up. Are we all ready? Perfect. Make sure, like we always say, tag, like, share, give us a wow face or a hug, just to share the post as far as you can do. So, the warm-up, we're going to move around. You can move around your space however you want to start off with. So off you go, moving around. These two are going to try and stay 2 meters apart, and I'm going to get a little bit out of the way. I'm going to say different activity or different things, and you're going to straight away join in. So, star jumps. So stop on the spot and do 10 star jumps. They're going to be playing like take the opposite direction, these two. Stay away from each other. And move around again. And stop on the spot. Do 10 big pencil jumps. Or gymnastic straight jumps. This is all to get our muscles really warm. In jumping, it's an explosive activity. We don't want anyone hurting themselves, so we need to make sure our bodies are really warm. Off you go, moving around again. Oh. 3 burpees. So burpees looks like this. Down to the floor, jump. Down to the floor, jump. You see, I'm not joining any of this. I'm moving around again. Ooh. And stop there. You can do 10 frog leaps. So a frog leap is bend, touch the ground, jump forward. So you can jump around your space, 10 big frog leaps. Oh, don't get too close. By the end of this warm, you should be your heart rate should be pumping, should be a lot warmer. Your legs will definitely be aching by the end of it. Moving around the space again. And 10 more star jumps. Perfect. Moving around the space again. I think I'm definitely warm. And stop there. This time you can do high knees. 20 really quick high knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. Get your knees nice and high. moving around, and then our last one, moving around again. I can hear Mr. Morris panting already, so we're definitely doing a good warm. And stop there. This time you're going to do a big tuck jump, 5 big tuck jumps as high as you can. So that's a big jump, touch your knees. Big jump, touch your knees. Perfect. So, all you're going to do is find yourself space. Today we do need a little bit of space, and you need to be able to get a little bit of height as well. So, Mr. Morris and Riley are both going to show the different types of jump we've got. So everything today is going to be based around 3 different types of jump. The first one is going to be a 2-footed jump. So that's where we've got our 2 feet together, parallel, nice and solid base, feet shoulder width apart, and we're going to explode up in the air, and that's going to be our first type of jump. Our second type of jump is going to be stepping into it. So that's going to be a 1, 2, and then up. Let's do that again, I want to just show you. 1, 2, and then up. So you're going to step into it, and the last one is going to be a 1-footed takeoff, where you're going to run into it and take off from 1 foot, and your opposite knee should come up in the air, and you can elevate that way. Everything we do, we're going to do those 3 different jumps. So the first one, really simple. Mr. Morris is going to show what schools can do, and then Riley's going to show what you can do at home. So at first, you need either a teddy or something to touch. So all I've got is just something that you can use a cushion, anything you can use a high five. So all Riley's going to do, come up here Riley to show everybody, is going to jump and try and 2-footed tag the paper. Really simple. If you've got a teddy, just works just as well. Just give the child or give your partner something to work on. Try again. Good. So this first one is all about a 2-footed takeoff. So, you have a little go at home, see how high you can get. If you've got something you can tap on the wall, or even if you tap on the wall and somebody at home, a grown-up, can put their finger where you got to and try and get higher. Mr. Morris is going to show you with a 2-footed jump. We've had to get a lot of height, so no run-up, Mr. Morris, don't be cheating. So, big jump. Won't stick. It works in practice, this. And he's going to stick the post-it on the wall. Oh, try to post-it. At schools, this works really, really well with the children, because afterwards you can just scrunch it up and put it in the bin. So go on, 2-footed takeoff, Riley. Good. Every time the child's successful, you move it a little bit higher. Try again. 2-foot takeoff. Oh, one more time. Good. The next one is going to be our stepping into it. So you're going to take 1, 2 steps and then explode up to the ceiling. You do the same, Mr. Morris, on there. Try and see where you got. Just like that. Good. This jump should be slightly higher. So go on, you carry on, Mr. Morris. Try again. Good. Move back a little bit. Give yourself some space. That's it. Good. Try one more time. Ooh. So every time, at home you do the same, at schools you do the same. Every time the person's successful, you're going to slightly higher the point where they're trying to reach. Don't worry if they're unsuccessful, let them have another go at it. And the last one for this is going to be a running takeoff. So you're going to move yourself back a little bit. Mr. Morris is going to run from the camera side and try and touch as high as you can. And this time, you're going to take off from 1 foot and bring your opposite knee up in the air. So go on, Mr. Morris, you show over. Just like this. Try again. Try and beat this to your height. Oh, he likes this, Mr. Morris. Perfect activity for him. Good. You're trying to reach with the opposite hand. So you try the same thing at home. Good. One more time. Perfect. And that's the first part of this activity. Really, really simple. It's about getting that coordination in your feet and in your body and making sure you've got control when you take off. The next part of it is you're going to need the balloon or a soft ball. So Mr. Morris is going to show you with the ball, and me and Riley are going to work with the balloon. And all this one is about timing. So you're going to release the balloon, and try and jump. Oh, that didn't work. Jump and catch it at its highest point. So Mr. Morris, you show us with the ball, he's going to just throw it up and then jump and catch it at the highest point. So this is about goalkeeping. It could be about playing basketball, netball, anything where you've got to elevate and coordinate your body to do something else. So Riley's going to do it with the balloon, Mr. Morris is going to show you with the ball. So you just keep having a go. I'm going to knock it up, Riley's got to jump, catch it at the highest point. Perfect. You do the same. Starting with a 2-footed takeoff, no run up. Good. Try again. 2-footed takeoff, no run up. Perfect. Good. This time you can have a little step into it. So throw the ball up or throw the balloon up, and you're going to take your 2 little steps and explode up in the air. Are you ready? As much as you can see. Perfect. Just come this way, Red. What's that? Shall I go one more time? Good. Perfect. Let me throw it for Mr. Morris one more time. You ready? Perfect. So what we're trying to do is meet the ball at the highest possible point. The next one you're going to do is a 1-footed takeoff. Every single one of these activities we're going to go through in the same process. 2-footed standing, 2-footed with a step into it, and then 1-footed takeoff. So right, show us this one. He's going to start a little bit further back. I'm going to release the ball. Oh, sorry. Try again. It's a little bit higher. He's going to watch the flight of the ball and try and perfect. That was good timing. It's okay if you don't catch it. It's about meeting the balloon at the highest point. So wait, you've got to figure the timing out. A little bit late that time. Try one more time. So figure the timing out. Meet at the part of the highest point. You're a little too far away. That's why you're going to shut them. You're not getting there fast enough. So wait for it to get to the highest point. Perfect. Mr. Morris throws that ball. And Mr. Morris is going to have a go. So again, same thing. Perfect. This is second nature to a basketball player. So what we're trying to do is get it so that we're meeting the ball at the highest point. Does that make sense? So again, you have a little go, work through those things, and make sure you work on each one of the three types of jump. The next one Riley's going to do, and he's going to try and head it. Ooh. So what we're trying to do is develop these into different sport contexts. So the jump and tap is just about getting the explosive movement. The jump and catch is a load of different sports. Anything where you've got to catch an object. We were doing it with a frisbee yesterday, very similar thing. This time it's going to be jump and head. So you're going to move back a bit. I'm going to throw the balloon up. Same again, he's going to jump and try and head it. So we can try 2 foot first, so come closer. Perfect. Same again, all we're doing is trying to get the time in, so we meet the balloon at the highest point. Good, don't wait too long. Good. If the balloon goes a bit away from you and you want to still do the 2-footed jump, move your feet fast, get underneath it, and then jump. So this time, 2-footed jump, I'm going to make you move. So move underneath it, no, so 1-footed jump. Try again. Move your feet fast, get underneath the balloon. Get underneath the balloon. And big jump. That's alright, just time comes off. One more time. Good. Same thing. You do the same at home. If you've got an object, a small ball or something light, fine to head that as well. Move back a little bit. This time you're going to run and jump and head. So this is what Ronaldo's famous for. Running, getting off the ground, elevating high, and being able to head the ball. Really, really important in lots of sports. If you can jump high, it's a real massive benefit. So move back a little bit more. Are you ready? You've got a tiny jump, run and head it. Oh, it's a bit difficult with the balloon because it goes all over the place. Try again. Oh, a bit low. Try again, one more time. Good. So all about that timing, getting your body in the right position one more time. I'll give you one more chance. Good. So, Mr. Morris is going to come in. The next one's going to be jump and strike. So this comes into things like volleyball. Really good for timing for tennis. Again, I'm whizzing through these like we always say. We're going to go through them really quickly. You do them in your own time. Make sure you have lots of learning. So if you're at school, the children can do this for a bit of time and really consolidate the skill of getting the timing right. We're just going through them so that for the purpose of the video. This time it's going to jump and strike. So you're going to take off and you're going to strike the object. So this time we're going to use a balloon. If you've got, again, same thing. If you've got a softball, use a softball. But this is really, really good for things like tennis, badminton, volleyball, anything where you're up in the air and you have to do something else. Because each time you do this, your body control changes and your position in midair changes and your body weight changes. So you have to learn to balance whilst you're in midair. So I might not be able to hit this high enough for Mr. Morris to get it. So you're going to hit it up. Oh. What we're going to do, get the basketball. What you can do is pad it back down to me. Okay. It'll be easier for Mr. Morris to do this. So all he's going to do is tap it back down to me. Same principle though, he's going to bring his arm back and then tap it forward. Perfect. For those children that Mr. Morris teaches, but we never thought he'd jump this high. So very, very simple activity, but it's about the children getting used to bringing their arm back. That'll change the body shape and the body weight to be able to bring it forward again. This time he's going to do a step into it. He should be able to get a little bit higher. Very high. Nearly going off camera again. And last one. Should try chucking. Perfect. And the last one is going to be our running takeoff. We have to make sure we do both types of jump because it really does make a difference. So last one, we might not be able to do is very easy. Perfect. So one more running jump. We'll go one more time. Again, you do the same thing at home. If you're in a school, like make sure the children have plenty of time. And that's the next part of it. If you can bring an object into it, that's even better. We can do that further down the line. Obviously, at school, social distancing, and you can't share equipment too much. We've been really good that we've sanitised the ball in our hands so we can share it at the moment. But at schools, we don't want children passing equipment around. So make sure if you can bring an object in, something to hit, that's even better. But otherwise, a hand works just as good. So that's the main part of the session. The next part is we wanted to bring in the reasons, other reasons why we might need to jump. So in the key stage 1, we talked around the long jump. Now we're going to work on the high jump. So the high jump's a really, really good athletic activity. We can do it really simply in schools in two different ways. So the first way we're going to do, Ryan's ready to show you, I don't know if he was meant to do this, but he's doing it. I've just got something they can jump over. At schools, you've probably got the high jump stands. So there's no real easy way of explaining them. There's 2 stands and a really thin plastic pole that goes over the top. They've got like a jagged edge on the front where you sit the pole on. So we're going to show you with this. So all Riley's going to do at first is a 2-footed jump leapfrog over it. Just like that. Go back to the other side. And again. And every time he's successful, we can move up a little bit. Oh, that's okay. Try one more time. Good. Same thing applies as in the first activities. Have a go at each type of jump. So this time, you can have a run up and a jump. So take off 1 foot. So move back a bit, have a run up and take off 1 foot. Okay. Perfect. As you can see, the jump is a different technique. So one more time. Good. Mr. Morris, do you want to go?
Yeah.
So Mr. Morris can have a quick practice of this.
Which one?
And he hurdled it pretty easy. So 2-foot jump to start with. Oh, that's easy. See if you get any higher.
I'm still going.
Yeah, one more, last one. Check the way around. I think Mr. Morris deserves a clap for that. I'm sure when he's at school he can show all the children. We'll give him one go at a running jump. So you've got to start from that side. And jump towards the camera. Again, running jump, people tend to find they can jump much higher because they've got some momentum. Mr. Morris prefers the 2-footed jump. That's fine as well because it's quite an explosive action. Try a 1-footed jump. So it's a really, really easy way to do that at home. You can just get any object. You can jump over a stick, the end of a broom, or a mop would work perfectly fine. And it doesn't need to be too difficult. What we're going to try and do is, over the next couple of weeks, we'll develop some other activities. We're going to work on striking and sending over the next 2 weeks. And they'll probably be outdoors, so we're going to start to do things in the park. So if you've got a park near you that's got a tennis court, different things, you'll be able to go and copy those back at the park, or even joining live with us from the park if you've got Wi-Fi, not Wi-Fi, if you've got data, and you can use your phones outside. So we're going to start to try and do that, mix it up a little bit, make it a bit more varied. Your homework for this week is that you're going to go to the park, you're going to find a line, so it could be like an old football pitch, and you're going to do a long jump. So you're going to do a standing one to start with, so 2 feet together, and then one big explosive jump. And then the second is you're going to have a run up. If you've got a tape measure, then go measure it and let us know how far you jumped. That'll be really, really good. If not, we'll do it in feet. So however big your feet are. So if you just tiptoe to where you jumped, you can tell us how many feet you jumped of your feet. So that's really good because it's relative to how big the person is. So that's your homework. Go to the park, have a jump from any line you can find. Make sure it's safe, so don't do it anywhere where there's concrete or there's anything on the ground. But you can do it on grass, or you can do it on like the play surfaces. That'd be great as well. Is that it from us today? Perfect. So thank you very much for joining in, and we'll see you all soon.
Bye.
Bye. Take care.